So, I want you to think about your favorite restaurants in Tampa. Maybe Olivia, maybe Timpano's, maybe Florfina. If you've ever eaten at any of those restaurants, you've already tried this gentleman's food. Today, we're gonna be with Bobby Meredith from Meredith Farms.
Part of the game, they running 5 drills. I'm off for the chain, and I'm high still. Looking like Scorpion, get over here. Been some people trying to relate, ain't close to here. Think it ain't a sacred place, you done misinterpret. Relationships just ain't been worth it. Fool if you think when I don't post, I ain't working. Never too close, I know no thing certain. I walk in purpose, float on surface, fly in person. It's some stuff you gotta be birthed with. Leaving my mark in cursive, bleeding my heart, soothing the soul. It goes to hope they purchase, but I no longer need a piece of margin. Float on and let it eat me down to love enough. My best days still a slave to a dollar bill. I'm getting paid so bad I ain't dropping out a tip. I'm more thankful and grateful, cause these days ain't a thing promised to say you and I promise to get a whole truth. When I find it, no the ropes and no get loose, but somehow problems always trace you. Gotta face them all before flying with some grace to fall.
Bobby,
What's going on?
what's up, man?
Long time no see.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy that I've known you now for over 15 years.
About 18.
And you are actually my most recent closing of a loan. So that's 18-year relationship basically in the making. And I'm glad I was able to help you get this done, man.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it for sure.
So when I met you, which was 18 years ago now, I never thought that you'd be in the microgreen business.
I wouldn't have thought it 3 years ago.
So, I mean, how did you decide out of all the businesses to start that you wanted to be a microgreen guy?
Well, me and my wife and my daughter took a business trip over to Miami for my previous job, and on our way back, we decided we wanted to start a business, and we just basically Googled cheapest business to start in 2020, and this was one of them. We just
That's really how you guys just Googled cheapest business to start in 2020?
Yep.
And microgreens is what came up?
And that's what came up, and $500 investment, and we just made it work, yeah.
That's amazing. So $500 is all it took for you guys to get started.
$500.
Because you guys are really bootstrapping it at first. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
this is your new facility that we're going to see today, obviously, but I mean, you guys were doing this out of a garage at first.
Yeah, first started in my home office, 100 square feet, and then moved to my garage for 300 square feet, and then now we're in a 2,500 square foot facility.
So how do you go about, I mean, let's say obviously you're a brand new business, you're literally growing these in your office or in your garage. How do you go to a restaurant and say, hey, let me give you these microgreens that are grown in my house?
Well, we have everything we need as far as to control the humidity and the temperature, and so really that's it. My previous employer I was a sales manager for a manufacturing company, and we sold equipment to farms all over the United States.
Got it.
I can tell you the area that I was growing my food in is a lot cleaner than some of these farms that I've been to. So.
Well, that's fair. Fair enough.
So, but yeah, it's a good product, and chefs love it. We get to work with a lot of amazing chefs, a lot of amazing restaurants. So,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you want to show me around the place a little bit?
Let's check it out. This is it. Yep.
This is really nice, man. It's not quite a garage.
No.
It's come a long way, huh?
Similar to the garage, but a little bit bigger.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, like I said, we got our AC unit, which hopefully we'll be getting it worked on today because it's not really keeping up like I would like it to.
Okay.
But it's still doing the job, and the main thing is our humidity, which we've got our dehumidifier up here.
Sure.
Really taking care of that for us.
So yeah, what you guys don't know is that Bobby's air conditioning actually went out a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
So we were debating whether or not we were even going to be able to come out here today. which is why we're shooting so early in the morning, obviously. So it's still a little bit cool.
A little
because
bit, yeah.
It is Florida, and it's Florida summer, and we know what that means, right? It's going to be 90 degrees in here very shortly.
Oh yeah, it's already. I got here at 7, and it's already gone up about 7 degrees. So hopefully we'll get the AC guy out here today, get it fixed up.
As you were saying, the main thing, as far as your crop is concerned, is making sure that humidity stays as low as possible.
Yep.
That's why you have the dehumidifier.
Humidity and airflow. So we've got all these fans. You see, we got fans all over the warehouse. Mold is everywhere. So it's unavoidable, especially in Florida.
Sure.
So you need to have that low humidity and then the airflow, which really just moves it around, doesn't give it a chance to settle.
There's never a dull moment owning a small business.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about what you guys grow. So obviously you have multiple different trays of microgreens here. Why don't we just start with this one right here? What is this?
Okay, down on the bottom, they're all vegetables.
Okay.
So this right here is actually beets. So it's a variety called bull's blood beet.
Okay.
And it's really popular among chefs. It's got a really nice red stem, and all of them, they all taste. They have like a very strong taste of the crop that they are. We've got cilantro here.
Okay.
We do.
Cilantro is very popular, obviously.
It's a very popular one. That's our biggest seller is cilantro.
It's cilantro. That's what you guys grow the most of.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We grow a ton of that. We grow a lot of basils. So we do this red Reuben basil, which is more of a purple. We do this green basil.
Is this ready to eat?
This is ready to eat.
Okay.
So this stuff
I could pick some of this and eat it right now.
Yeah. This right here we're growing for Timpano down in Hyde Park.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Timpano. They're a popular restaurant.
This will be cut today and delivered tomorrow. So.
Awesome. Okay, so it's like as soon as it's cut, it's delivered.
And that's the main part of our business is that microgreens. A lot of them get grown in different places, shipped to a warehouse, and held in a warehouse.
Right.
The shelf life's not long on them, so the sooner the chefs get them, the better. So we're full service. We grow them, we cut them, and we ship them out immediately.
So you guys handle the distribution yourself?
Yes. Yeah. I do all the delivery. Me and my son, and we handle it all. Everything is
local.
It's all local. It's all family run.
So when they say farm to table, this is what they actually mean.
It's literally from my farm to the walk-in and on the plate that night.
Wow.
So it's good. We grow about 25 different varieties, and we have about 40 restaurants that we deliver to every week.
That's awesome.
Hopefully more now that we got this space, because I did everything you see here. This is all in my 300 square foot garage. So we haven't really upped anything yet because we've been getting set up. But once we get set up, I'm hoping to, in the next 6 months, double this production. So I mean, the potential's there, and I know we can do it.
So talk to me about the process of growing a crop from start to finish. How does it start?
So we start with our trays. We got these 10 by 20 propagation trays.
Okay.
You got one with holes in it and one without holes. And what you do is you set the one with the holes inside of the one without the holes, and that allows us to water from the bottom. And so that's how we keep the crop dry. So you water from the bottom, the crop takes what it needs, and that's it.
So how do you get the water in?
I lift this up and hand water.
Oh, okay.
So every day we hand water every tray.
So what's a tray look like that's just getting started?
So actually these ones right here, they just got pulled out of the germination phase, which is back here in these stacks.
Okay.
So I would say, let's see. I've got these prepped already. So they start just like this, soil in a tray. You drop the seeds on there, stack the tray on top.
So so this is the soil right here.
Yep.
It's already ready to go.
Yep.
And so is there seed in this already?
There is no seed in this. This is prepped for our plant today.
Got it.
So I'm going to be planting about 180 of these today.
Wow.
And so
that sounds like tedious work.
it literally takes about an hour.
Okay.
So we've got our process down. I've got 60 trays of cilantro to plant.
Okay.
So I'll pull out my tables and I'll drop 60 trays and then I'll just hit them all.
Got it.
And it doesn't take too long. Actually, filling the trays with the soil takes longer than planting them. So then we will we'll put the seeds on there, stack the tray just like this to take the light away and lock the moisture in, and then they germinate for 4 to 7 days depending on the variety. Then after they're germinated, we pull them out, we put them on the lights, and everything in this room is from seed to deliver in 21 days or less.
21 days.
21 days or less.
Time for the crop.
Turnaround time for the crop, and honestly, most of them are 7 to 10 days. So,
wow.
So I mean, a good majority of
So
them.
the longest one is 21 days.
Yeah.
So what crop takes the longest?
Cilantro and basil.
Cilantro and basil.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Those
then the 7 to 8?
7 to 8 would be cabbage, broccoli, mustard, radish. There's really a ton. Pea. So we do quite a few different ones that are 7 to 10 days. I like the 7-day ones. We revolve them and get them out of here and get some new ones on.
Cool. So let's see the process, man. Maybe I can help you out a little bit today. You want to show me how to do this thing?
Yeah, we'll get you planting. Let's do it.
Awesome. Let's go.
Grab this right here. We'll grab another one too. We'll do it together.
Perfect. All right, so these are pre-packed. You did the hard work for me today.
Yeah, there we go.
Which I really appreciate because I don't like hard work.
No, you don't want to get your hands dirty either.
I don't want to get my hands dirty. Okay.
We got the dirty part taken care of. Now comes the money work here. There you go.
The money work is what I do.
Hey, that's what we know.
So this is perfect for me.
There we go.
So what's the first step?
So the first step would be to come over here. We'll weigh out our seeds because we have a certain seed density for every single variety that we grow.
Okay.
We've tailored it over the years to promote even growth and reduce any kind of mold, potential. So
Sure.
if you clump them up too much, the seeds don't germinate. They could mold. But that's the main thing you want to.
So the main thing you guys are fighting against all the time is mold, basically.
Yes.
Because that's what's going to ruin your crop.
Yeah, it's a short, dense crop, and during germination you're trapping the humidity in there. So you want to make sure it's evenly seeded and that they're going to germinate properly.
Sure.
Yep.
All right, well, let's weigh some seed.
All right.
All right, so we're going to weigh out some purple radish,
Yes,
it looks like.
This is our 7-day variety right here. So
7
from
days.
seed to finish, 7 days. So we'll put our little measuring cup there, and we weigh out 35 grams per tray.
$35 grams on the
35,
dot.
yes sir.
I used to do this with the triple bean.
Yeah, there you go.
Been a long time.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Different seeds.
Different.
There we go.
There we go.
There we
30,
go. 35.
35.
Sweet. All
Done this
right.
before.
There you go. All right, you grab your cup. We'll come over this way. And so we'll get the hose. And what we do is we cover it with a light water.
Okay. So this is the only time the water goes on top of the tray.
Yes.
Every
this
other
is it.
time, once the seeds are in, it's all coming from the bottom.
Once the seeds are in and we're germinated, everything's from the bottom. But we want to get it nice and wet. So during germination phase, we don't have to look at it. We don't have to water it at all. We know it's going to have enough.
No, that makes perfect sense.
All right.
All right, and then you just do this like Salt Bay?
Yeah, literally seed bay.
Seed bay.
Yeah.
So this
You
a little sprinkle like
Yep,
this?
just evenly sprinkle it on.
All right. Cool. All right. So what's the next step?
Now, what we want to do is get the hose back out, and we're going to wet these seeds, and that'll activate them for
All right,
germination.
you want me to wet them up?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's do it, man.
Just a nice even layer right there. Yep.
Like this?
Repeat my mistakes and all win. It's beauty in the mirror. Keep loving your own skin. Everything in me for the public to keep eye on. I hope you out there handle the business, cause that's what I'm on.
All right.
All right, so we'll get rid of the hose now. Now, we'll stack these two trays on top of each other. Put this solid tray on top. This will lock the moisture in.
Okay.
Pick it up. We'll walk it over here to our germination rack. As you can see, we've got a bunch of stuff that's going to be coming out today. We set it here. Then we get our brick. This promotes the roots to go down.
Okay.
So the
Because they can't go up.
they can't go up, so this
brick on top of
will
it.
force them down into that soil,
Okay.
and it'll give us a nice base root system. So
That's a very scientific method.
that's it. Yep. Hey,
You put a brick on that thing?
couple Lowe's pavers, you see them all. Yeah.
I love it, man.
That's
That's how it works.
It's a simple business.
Yeah,
It is.
absolutely.
It's simple, but it's a lot of work. But
Yeah.
the processes they're very simple. So that's
So
why.
you're going to do that how many times today?
So usually I do it in stacks of 6 to 8, but I mean I'll fill up an entire rack just like this today. Twice a week. I probably plant about 180 trays. So
And that was the radish. What's this right here?
this right here is another radish. This is a pink radish that's coming out tomorrow.
And so how long does it sit in here?
This stays in here for 4 days, and then it gets light for 3 days.
Got it.
So light.
And then it moves over to...
Yep. And this is actually what we just planted just now.
Oh, okay.
That purple
That's
radish.
the purple radish.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
All right. So let's talk about the next steps. So once it's going from here, when does it actually get put on the rack here?
So after it germinates, so tomorrow we'll open this up. We'll pull it out. We'll take it and we'll set it down on one of these racks down here, and then we'll hit it with water, and then all it needs is 1 water a day until it's ready to be cut. So just grab it right on that little thing. Yep. Push down on the tray. There
Just
it
like
is.
that.
Just like that. Now you got
Easy.
now repeat 575 times.
$500 on that is going to get you a whole lot of money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
40 restaurants later.
Yep. 40 restaurants later. Just got to get out there and talk to chefs now.
So talk to me about, who are some of the big names that you work with here in Tampa?
So we work with I'd say Noble Rice down in Channelside.
Oh, they're great.
Jatoro. We
Because
do.
Noble Rice is also tied to Koya,
Yep.
which is a
Yep.
new Michelin star. They just got a Michelin star
yeah,
rating.
some great chefs.
Yeah.
They're really dedicated to the craft. They're definitely one of the best restaurants in Tampa.
That's awesome. So you got them, and then who
We
else?
do the Tampa Club up in the Bank of America building downtown.
Yeah.
We do Florfina over in the over in the Hyatt Hotel. Timpano in Hyde Park.
Yeah.
Olivia down there in South Tampa.
Another fantastic restaurant.
We do a lot of private clubs like the Center Club. It's right over there by West Shore Mall.
So if you're tasting Bobby's Greens, you pay some money.
Yeah.
Bobby's Greens are not cheap.
Yeah, we.
All you're dropping nice restaurants.
Yeah, it's
I
all
mean,
it's more high end, but we
Yeah.
also do some other stuff. I mean, another one we do golf courses as well, like TPC and Old Memorial are 2 of our customers. But then also there's some fast casual restaurants like over in Palm Harbor, like Clear Sky. They have 5 restaurants, one on the beach, one in downtown Clearwater. They got one in Palm Harbor. And then they also have a new one they just opened up in Seminole. So we take care of them. And then over here in Trinity, we do Craft Street. I don't know if you've ever been to Oldsmar, but they have a Craft Street kitchen there. And then another one called Shaker and Peel.
Okay.
It's right there by East Lake Woodlands.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really just depends. Some of the higher end ones like Timpano and Noble Rice, they get the longer grows, and they're really buying for taste, for texture. They want to elevate the dish.
Sure.
Some of the other ones they buy strictly for garnish, color, make the dish look pop and make it look good. Yeah.
So if you're tasting Bobby's Greens, you dropped a grip.
Yeah, you can say so. You can say so. Yeah.
It's a nice night out.
You're eating my greens. You're probably drinking some good drinks and having a good time.
There you go, man. Meredith
Definitely.
Farms. We love it. All right, so let's taste some of these greens.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, I'll follow you.
All right, let's get some tasting.
So, what is your favorite?
I really like the basil. That's
Okay.
that's probably my favorite.
And that's like your best seller as well, right?
It's one of my best sellers.
Okay.
Cilantro's another one. I actually have the gene where the cilantro tastes like soap to me.
Oh, do you?
So
you actually don't like cilantro?
So I actually don't like it. My wife loves it, so she that's her favorite is cilantro. But
that's like the weirdest thing. So there's like a quarter of the population that hates the taste of cilantro. It's
Yep.
just like a gene that's inside of you,
it tastes like soap.
and it tastes like soap to
Yep.
you.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So
Well, yeah,
but
let's give it a try.
let's see. We'll do some basil first. This is a higher end crop. Used in a lot of cheeses, and we have some customers that will muddle them into cocktails.
Yeah.
So it's very fragrant.
It tastes like it should go on a margarita pizza.
Yeah, definitely. We have a few customers that use it on pizza. Right here we've got beet, so we'll cut a little bit of beet right there. This is more used for visual appeal, but also it does It's got that strong beet taste to it.
It really does, which is interesting because, you know, obviously it is beet, right?
It is beet.
You know, when you see beet, you're used to the entire beet root.
Instead of 1,000 days, we cut it in 10. So it revolves through quite a bit quicker. So you know, it's a different take on traditional agriculture.
Right.
So
no, it makes sense.
we got some celery here, some of that. And in this stage, the
That
taste
tastes a lot like celery.
the taste is much more intense.
Yeah.
The nutrient density is much more intense. You know, the texture is a lot different. So it's not only for visual appeal, but it's really healthy. It's really good for you as well.
Sure.
We got some peas right here. We'll do some of these.
Oh, those are peas.
These are peas, yes.
Interesting.
You
don't see a pea plant, so
You'll see that mostly on steak. It's just that's more of a visual appeal.
A visual.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean,
Yeah.
but then the taste is there too. It definitely tastes. It's strong.
It tastes kind of like wheatgrass.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's earthy. You got that.
Earthy is definitely
Yeah.
that's the correct way to say that.
All right. We got some cilantro here, so we can cut some of this cilantro for you and have you taste that. Obviously, you know what that goes on. Tacos.
Right.
It's just a lot of Mexican restaurants that use it, but also we have some restaurants that use it for sushi and
Okay.
all kinds of different things.
Awesome. So have we tried everything?
We haven't. Do you like spicy?
Yeah. Of
All
course.
right. Let's get. We'll do some of this radish. This is our. This right here is our ruby stem radish, and then we got some of the purple radish, which is what we just planted.
That does have a little spice to it, actually.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what we just
This
planted.
one right here is what we just planted.
Okay.
It's a mild spice. It's.
And so how many days is this from when we planted?
This is at 7 days. These will actually be cut today.
Got it.
These
So
will,
7 days from what we did today.
Yep.
It's going to look like
it's going to
this.
look just like that. Yep.
Okay.
Both of these varieties right here. But yeah.
Yeah, that purple one actually is pretty spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got flavor.
Yeah.
It's intense. So
Absolutely.
that's what we like.
All right, so I'm trying to think what my favorite is. I think it's probably the basil.
Basil.
Just because I'm a huge pizza fan, and I just taste margarita pizza whenever I try that.
You like seafood?
I do.
All right. Let's let you try this one. I don't necessarily like this one because it's more used for seafood. It's called chervil, but it almost tastes like black licorice.
Oh, it does taste like black licorice. That's
But
interesting.
it's heavily used in seafood. Also,
So what type of seafood, like, do you know what type of dish you'd use this in?
it goes on top of fish. Tempano uses it for like their mussels.
Okay.
All different kinds of seafood dishes they'll drop that on top of.
That's why chefs are really geniuses as well, because they can put that into a dish and I'll never know.
No.
I was like, this is delicious.
Yeah,
And that'll just be somewhere in there mixed in with the other flavors and you'll just love it.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for showing me around, man. I really do appreciate it. Really quickly, one thing I did want to ask you about before we got out of here is, how was the SBA process for you? You know, would you do it again? What would you say to people who were interested in SBA?
Yeah, it was good. A lot of paperwork, but that's to be expected whenever you're getting money from somebody that's investing in your business. So,
Sure.
But overall, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. And so Bobby actually utilized our Bolt loan, which is a special program that we have at Bay First for $150,000 or less.
Yep.
You know, it's just really a credit score driven product.
Yep.
So there's no actual credit analysis
No.
that's done
Yeah.
through it. And I mean, you guys closed in probably about 3 or 4 weeks,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. It was. I think it was about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, more us having to dig for things on our end that we didn't have.
Sure.
So, but now we have them. So
There you go, man.
next time we need any kind of loan, we'll have them.
And so next time I come back in here, all this is going to be filled up with trays.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have trays out to about where Bobby's standing, and then we're also gonna be starting a line of edible flowers as well.
Oh, interesting.
So flowers. And I'm sure now that you've done this, when you go out to eat, you'll be like, oh, you'll start seeing flowers on everything.
Well,
and
that's the craziest thing about your business is that, you know, so many people who will watch this video have already tried your product and they just don't know it.
no clue. Yeah.
You know, they go, if you've eaten in Tampa,
Yeah.
you know, there's like a 50% chance that you've had
Yeah.
your food at
Yep.
some point.
Yep.
You know, but it's just interesting to see how it all kind of comes together.
And it's like when you buy when you buy a silver Volvo, and then you see silver Volvos everywhere.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Now when you go out to eat, you'll start seeing, you'll be recognizing like, oh,
Yeah,
it's everywhere.
absolutely.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Well, thanks again, man.
Awesome. Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right, brother.
Yep. Have a
seeing
good one.
you, man. All right, so that was the latest episode of Sterling SBA. We met with Bobby Meredith from Meredith Farms. He was nice enough to show us around his facility, which is brand new. We've tried some greens, which you probably have already tried in some of the more popular restaurants around Tampa. And then we talked a little bit about the SBA process and how it's benefiting his business and helping it grow. So stay tuned for what's next.